Okay, this is not a drill. We are finally getting a PvP season, thank God. On Sunday, Mike Chapman, creative director of Sea of Thieves, went on the Xbox Expansion Pass podcast to talk about the game. During this interview, he leaked a bit of a tease for Season 8, saying, and I quote, "Season 8 is focused firmly on PvP. That feature set will, because it takes place in a shared world, have a knock-on effect on PvE, in a way that we actually hope will take some of the heat off of PvE players. There will still be PvE and PvP mixed, absolutely, that's what Sea of Thieves is, but I think doing something in the PvP space will change the dynamic of how PvE players relate to people playing PvP." Now that is a huge info drop. We've been waiting for a proper PvP update since, what, like Reaper emissaries were added? And that was back in April 2020, which feels like yesterday. Holy shit, time means nothing. Since then, there has been a hard push for PvE-focused content, especially since the hype generated from the Pirate's Life update brought in many non-PvP interested players. In a game that is supposed to be equally PvE and PvP, this balance has really been off for years at this point. Rare has even gone as far as to purposely avoid any amount of PvP in the Season 7 Captaincy milestone system. Now, before we dig deeper on Mike's quote, personally, I think the best additions to the game would just be a mountain of new mechanics, no matter how small, to make player interactions more engaging and more frequent. Besides that, a new PvP-only faction would be fantastic. This is what Reaper's Bones was marketed as, but allowing it to be ranked up using PvE absolutely ruined it. If you want to hear my real thoughts on that, as well as what specifically I would add to make PvP better, check out my video at the top right of the screen. Now, going back to what Mike said, I find it particularly interesting he mentioned Season 8 will take the heat off of PvE players. I think that's the most important bit here. To me, this sounds like a new feature set to keep PvP players busy engaging with each other and each other alone. This is what the arena was before it closed, but I really don't think Rare would make the same mistake of making this a separate mode. This is, without a doubt, new content for adventure mode. This would not only be a great update for PvPers, because new content, obviously, but for frustrated PvE players tired of getting sunk. This could result in one of two things. Either it splits the player base further into their respective PvE versus PvP cliques, or ideally, it causes PvE players to dip their toes into PvP content and hopefully realize it can actually be very fun. The latter is the kind of cross-pollination of the player base that Sea of Thieves needs more than anything right now. So, are you excited for Season 8? What would you like to see after hearing Mike Chapman's info drop? Let me know in the comments. But dear God, do not break NDA if you were on Insiders. Please keep that discussion on the Insider forums only. If you want to keep up to date on PvP news or the state of PvP within Sea of Thieves, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. If you want to try and up your game a little bit, I have a 44 video playlist and counting on PvP tips. And I give away exclusive in-game items every Wednesday, and occasionally have Twitch drops on my stream at twitch.tv/blurbs, where I stream every weekday and most weekends. Also, be sure to check out the Discord. Everyone is super chill, find people to play with, and come hang out with us. But besides that, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.